Good morning, Mrs. Green and executive board members. Thank you for this opportunity today to discuss how we can incorporate HR analytics into our organization. We represent more than 5,000 school employees in contract negotiations, disciplinary hearings, grievance procedures, and much more. That is why our slogan is Together We Are Better, and Together We Can Do More. Today, I would like to share with you the 3 ways I think we can use analytics on our organization to improve morale, decrease absenteeism, and increase employee performance. When employees are stressed out because of their personal and work life, this affects their morale, willingness to come to work, and it can even affect how well they perform at work every day. One survey looked at 465 companies, which excluded planned absences such as vacations and holidays, and found that the total direct and indirect costs of absenteeism consumed 9% of payroll. Those direct costs include actual benefits paid to employees like sick leave and short and long-term disability. And those indirect costs are reduced productivity, such as delays, reduced morale of coworkers, and lower productivity of replacement employees. Data from the CDC also suggests that productivity losses from missed work cost employers $225.8 billion, or $1,685 per employee each year. To figure out our total estimated cost of absenteeism, we must first figure out our total employee hours lost to absenteeism for the period. Based on the numbers we are seeing this year, our total number of employees is 350. Our employees are scheduled to work a total of 2,080 hours, and our annual absenteeism rate is 12%. If you multiply the total number of employees by the total work hours scheduled for employees, by the annual absenteeism, you will get the total employee hours lost to absenteeism, which is 87,360. The total employee hours lost to absenteeism for the first period is what we calculated on the last slide. Our employees work 40 hours a week, and if they are absent, they are paid. 60% of our frontline workers, 70% of administrative/support, and 45% of management represent the percent of total absenteeism for each group. Their hourly wages are also included. Our additional cost of employee benefits is 35%, and we only lose 1 supervisory hour a day, but 15 of our supervisors deal with absentee problems over the 250 days we work a year. The average hourly supervisory wage is also included along with the cost of reduced quantity or quality of work outputs, which is $650,000. The total estimated cost of absenteeism is $7,543,476.65. The total estimated cost of absenteeism per employee is $21,552.79. In this slide, I want to show you that if we reduce our annual absenteeism rate to 8%, which is based on the equation, I used our total hours lost to absenteeism would be 58,240. I also reduced our percent of total absenteeism for each group from 60% for frontline workers to 45%, and 70% for administrative to 50%, and 45% for management to 30% to show that reducing our absenteeism can have a major change in the total cost of absenteeism. The other numbers stay the same. When the absenteeism rate is reduced from 12% to 8%, and the change in total absenteeism for the different groups is reduced, the total estimated cost of absenteeism and total estimated cost of absenteeism per employee goes down significantly on the right side of the slide. As you can see, this would be a huge savings if we could reduce our absenteeism. Now you may be asking, how do we do that? Well, when it comes to our employees, feelings of stress, burnout, personal problems can affect how happy or unhappy they are with their jobs. This is where employee assistant programs, or EAPs, can help us lower our absenteeism cost and raise employee morale. According to research, most employees will not seek out assistance on their own, and most only get help when a supervisor refers them for it. Studies also show that when companies help struggling employees, this promotes a positive employee relations climate and can contribute to their well-being and enhance their productivity at work, home, and in the community. A study from 2017 shows a 48% improvement for companies who use EAP versus those who do not use EAP. Those numbers are based on absenteeism and show that almost 11 hours of work were missed over a 30-day period before an EAP was implemented. After the program was implemented, those numbers decreased to only 5.64 hours of work being missed over a 30-day period. Now I'm going to show you how we can figure out an estimated return on an EAP investment. To calculate the return on an EAP investment, we needed to know how many employees are in production, administrative/support, and management. In our organization, we have 190 in production, 125 in support, and 35 in management. The individual cost of replacement and training for each is $60,000 for production, $35,000 for administrative/support, and $80,500 for management. Number of employees that I guessed may quit after an EAP are 25 for production, 15 for administrative/support, and 5 for management. If our percentage of total annual EAP budget used for hospitalization is 45%, our hospital costs are $185,000. Then our total potential costs are $18,592,500. Our total cost of terminations is $2,427,500. The total budget is $411,111.11, and the return on investment is 554.99%. Based on these numbers, it is clear that if we start an EAP program, we will have a huge return on investment and it can yield significant payoffs to our organization. The next question you may be asking yourself is, how do we increase employee performance now that we figured out how to reduce absenteeism and improve morale? Work-life programs can be the key or the missing link to figuring out how to improve performance because, as research shows, employees' attitudes can affect how employees think about a job, how they feel about the job, and how ready they are to respond on the job. Research shows that employees in effective and flexible workplaces are more likely than others to have greater engagement in their jobs, higher levels of job satisfaction, and are more likely to stay with their employer. One survey measured 614 senior HR leaders and found that almost half of them said employee burnout is responsible for 20 to 50% of their annual workforce turnover, and that it was caused by unfair compensation, unreasonable workload, and too much after-hours work. These are just some of the programs that I think our organization can offer to employees to increase their engagement and performance. They consist of flex time, where employees can choose their start and finish times as long as a certain number of hours are worked, and home working, where employees work from home or another location one or more days per week. Now I will show you all the payoffs for this type of investment when implementing WFPs. Our total cost of absenteeism, which is what I got when I calculated absenteeism earlier in this presentation, was $7,543,476.65. Let's estimate an 8% reduce on absenteeism by implementing a WFP. The total cost of turnover based on past data is $2,500,800. And then we will estimate a 10% reduction in turnover if we implement a WFP. From those estimates, our cost of absenteeism after the WFP is $6,939,998.52. The cost of our turnover after the program would be $2,250,720. The total savings is $853,558.13. The benefits outweigh the costs each time and increase as absenteeism and turnover is reduced. In conclusion, today I showed you how reducing absenteeism, improving morale, and increasing employee performance can be done, and how it can create significant savings and improve performance for the organization overall. If you have any questions, you may ask them now. Again, thank you for this opportunity today to show you all how we can incorporate HR analytics into our organization.